So this is a video on how to use the laser cutter in KHSDT. So as you can see here, we're going to be laser cutting some acrylic, some 3mm acrylic, and you need to get your design open on Techsoft Design V3, like so. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to set the bed size to the same size bed as the laser cutter. So we're going to go to print setup as if we're setting up a printer. You can see I've selected the LaserCAM there, landscape, click OK. Do you want to adjust the size of the bed? Say yes. Now that is an A2 bed size, the same size as the laser cutter bed. If you need a piece of material to be the same size, we've got a template there which you can use to cut down the material to make sure it fits on the bed. I've then got my piece that I want to cut. Remember, black is for cut, red is for engrave. So go to line color and change it to red if you want to engrave anything. That's what we use. So black to cut, red to engrave. Once you've got all your parts, we always put our parts at the top left. So select them, move them up towards the top left. Remember, go as close as you can to the edge to use up as much material, no waste at all. So you can see I'm moving them up as close as I can as well, like so. And remember, it'll only laser cut anything that's selected. So if I only want to cut one thing out of the three, I can just select the one thing I want to cut. Or if I want to cut them all, I select them all. I go to print setup and I go to settings. And you can see here, I'm making sure that my settings are set right. If you check the piece of paper above the printer for the 30-watt laser, it'll tell you the speeds and feeds. So the power is how powerful do you want the laser, and the speed then is how quickly you want it to go. So for cutting, 100% power, 2.5% speed. For acrylic, 100% power, 100% speed for engraving. You can see I'm just selecting red and black there, make sure the red and black lines are selected. I click OK when I'm ready to set up. Now I need to make sure that the bed is level with the material in it. So to do this, I move the laser over and there's a pin located next to the laser itself, just like that. So there's a pin there. So if I go back over, hit the magnifying glass, and it says, are you sure? I say yes. And then that then locates the material to the pin. When it hits the pin, it triggers it, and then it drops down a little bit lower so that the laser is in focus. We always take that pin out then for safety reasons. So we take that pin out, put it somewhere safe, and then that's the bed levels ready to go. So we close it down, and it'll only start when it's down. Make sure the pipe is out the window. That's for the extractor that extracts all the horrible fumes out the way and goes through the filter. And then we turn the laser on with a little black switch underneath the big red power switch. We go back over to Techsoft Design V3. We go to print, and we go to properties. Just double check the properties again. Make sure those speeds and feeds, especially if you're cutting things like card which are flammable. And then when you're ready to go, you just hit the big green button and off to go. Never leave the laser cutter, always stay with it. That's a really important health and safety point. So check that it's cutting correctly. If there's anything wrong, there's the emergency stop button, hit the emergency stop button. So once it's done, the nozzle will go back to the far right, turn that switch off, and then inside should be everything. Make sure it's cut all the way through before taking it out, otherwise you won't be able to cut it again, and then you're safe to take things out of the laser cutter.